Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to the Thaumaturge, a game I have to keep thinking about how to pronounce before I actually do the introduction. So in the last video we got started, we met our Ulpia for the first time and seems to have reconnected with it. And we met Rasputin of Russian song fame. Here he is, as Rasputin. And now we're going to head back into town, I believe, because we found another object for the woman with the apples. I can't remember her name. It seems that she may have been the daughter, or at least somehow related to the elder who died. Now, the elder, they all believe he died in a fire, but it doesn't look like that was the case. It looks like someone killed him. Most curious. So, Vesna. Vesna's the woman. I think this is all of Vesna. Here we go.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. Please leave. Please. Please.
Well, that didn't change. Oh, hello.
Luca. He must be the one who saved Vesna from the fire.
Wooden box. Oh. The words read from the doorframe of the burnt house were Luca's. It was he who rescued Vesna from the fire, risking his own life.
Please go.
I was hoping that would change some dialogue. It did not. Okay. Well, there's something else down here. Let's explore the area.
There are so many words of love inscribed here.
Damaged axe I want to read. Sincere feelings. Luca is a violent man, but he has a sincere love for Vesna. Quarrels are one thing, but he would never commit violence against her, as evidenced by the words written on the shaft of the axe, which I am not allowed to see. Dish shards. Broken shards of a ceramic dish. The broken ceramic trembles with anger and frustration. The quarrel erupted suddenly, spewing out bile of mutual complaints and grievances. Its sweet and pungent taste stupefied, compelled screaming, finger-pointing and hurting. The frenzy lasted until all involved were out of breath. Always the way it goes. Domestic squabbles. In this house lives a married couple who do not mince their words. They argue violently, loudly, until they are out of breath. But they persist, together, despite everything. You know, people often say it's when the arguments stop that, you're in real trouble. Hey, Upia.
Now I know that woman's trace. Vesna and her husband both left traces of themselves at Vasily's burned-out farmstead. Luca sincerely loves his wife. You think he loves her strongly enough to kill for her?
Not told much, do you?
You're right. It'd be better to ask Vesna about that.
But you're a looker. Okay, but Luca's trace. The shaft of the axe bears a distinct trace of Luca, identical to the one on the doorframe of the burned homestead. Was Vasily... So what... But why would they kill Vasily? Is the question.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over.
Please open the door. I'd like to have a chat about your husband.
He'd better not be here when he gets back. He's not as talkative or polite as I am.
It's a low bar. Vesna about Luca. Clearly, it's not the first time Vesna has threatened someone with her husband. Luca must not have the best reputation in the village. My husband could beat up your husband. Residents see Luca as a sullen churl and a recluse. However, he seems to have a soft spot. Luca was at Vasily's house on the night the murder and fire took place.
I know you're scared, but please, just open the door a crack and let me ask one quick question.
What do you want?
Okay, we've got a context response. You've acquired the knowledge or context required to give a response.
I think I've got something of yours.
How's the father?
Founded by your father's burned-out farmhouse. You've imprinted your fear onto it. I know because I'm a thaumaturge. I want to help.
What do you want to know?
Where can I find your husband?
In the clearing by the forest. He's chopping wood with the others.
Thank you.
Get that thing out of here.
Interesting. Okay, go to the forest clearing. This way. So why would Vesna and her husband kill the father? Or did he kill the father to protect her somehow? Or... I don't know. This is confusing. I guess we'll find out.
Again.
Sorry,
This
Coachman.
time it's a matter of life and death.
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the BUKAVAC.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Luca. It has to be Luca.
Do you still want to catch that salutor?
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Did you hear? We're going to see Luca Bogosian.
Coachman is not having any of it. Okay, I'm just gonna... I wanted to make a edit to the audio, and I completely forgot until just now. I'm just gonna bring down, as per usual, everything other than dialogue, because it's never correct. Confront Luca, who lives on the second floor. Is that where Luca lives? Where does Luca live? Is it the second floor? I think it's the second floor. Could be 7th. Oh, you're Luca.
I'm not here to fight.
Luca!
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
Why did you do this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one who brought the salutor here. The spirit that you all say arrived in the village after Vasily's death. The salutor is what's making fear consume you all and making you hot-headed. And it's because of your flaw, which has been within you since the murder took place.
A murder might just be about to take place.
Cut off his head.
Oh, goddamn, Vesna.
What?
Tear off his head before he opens his mouth again.
It's in her.
Unless you're the one that killed him.
And I'd do it again if I could. Get out of here!
Here you are, BUKAVAC. Vesna's flaw is mine, and you're mine.
Okay. Balanced difficulty, sure. Whoa, hello. Fighting wild salutors. To defeat a wild salutor, you must get rid of the shadows that protect him. Vanquishing the shadows weakens him. The weaker he is, more fiercely he'll fight back. The bar tells you when the wild salutor sends more enemies against you. Wow, okay. But this guy's got 5 focus. I'm gonna try to remove it. Don't know if that's a good idea, but we're gonna do it anyway. Don't I ever think to sometimes get more? That seems to be landing it. Well, he doesn't hit very hard. I'm more worried about the guy in the background though. BUKAVAC has caused you to enter the suffering state. States can have benign or potentially deadly effects. Read their descriptions carefully, don't get caught off guard. Now, so what I could do, I could punch him and then use Liberium Veto, which will remove negative effects from me. Assumingly, that also removes suffering. Oh, we can attack again. Not off this world. Give me a bit of health. Sure. And a big old punch to the gut as well. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is have my guy kind of regularly attack. And I'll have my Upia remove the stats effect on me. Taking a little bit of damage as we go. Hitting a lot harder, there we go. Oh god. Okay. About to get punched. Stop punching me, people. Probably a mistake, actually. I just did. That is massive overkill damage-wise. Oh, there seems to be like a damage over time thing. I'm gonna try to remove my negative actions. Punch her in the face. Oh, it's Thingy, it's Vesla. I need to get some healing in though. Sometimes that you see it interrupted her attack then. And this should heal me a little bit. Yeah, and quite a lot actually. It heals more than the power attack does.
You lose. You're going crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
I mean, it looks awesome. It's the one from, I assume this is a big deal because it's the one from all the artwork. I just made the thumbnail today. So we gained a new flaw. We got vehemence. So, you know, malicious anger. You defeat BUKAVAC, the deed dimension salutor, but you cannot tame him on your own. Rasputin comes to your help. The untamed salutor won't obey your orders, stops you from developing and weakens perception. Fortunately, Rasputin soothed his anger. You've achieved the unachievable. I do that.
Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What? What? I'm telling the truth. I do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To the stake!
And you, why are you just standing there? Are you just letting them do this? Fine, I'll handle it myself. I did it before, and I can do it now.
What have you done? Go. You don't need to see this.
Oh, heart 2. I don't know if I want to... So these ones are reliant on my skill tree. These ones are reliant on things that I found. And I feel like that is better? Remind Luca of the proof that he loves Vesna. Force Vesna to flee. I don't really want them to burn Vesna alive. Like, I think he should be maybe putting up a bit more resistance to the idea of them burning his wife alive. Yes, it turns out she's a murderer. And she did kind of bring the evil, but she didn't really bring the evil. She just has this flaw that attracted the BUKAVAC. You know, it's not like she thought, oh, now that I've murdered my father, I don't think we know why, by the way. Now that I've murdered my father, let's have a demon haunt the village as well. Doesn't that sound like fun? I don't think that's what went down. I'm gonna go for this one.
Think, Luca. Your feelings for Vesna are still true, I know that. Hear out her reasons before you do anything.
Okay.
You two better not come back to the village.
That's better.
As if we wanted to.
I'm trying to find out where Luca lives. My name is Luca. I live on the 2nd floor. I live upstairs from you. Yeah, I think you've seen me before. I think it's about the woman who's getting beaten by her husband. Or something. I can't remember the song. Okay, so we got ourselves a BUKAVAC, and we have rid the town of the evil presence. A successful day. Hello, traveller. Excuse me, sir, do you happen to know where the train arrives? I don't, but it's very nice, isn't it? Oh no, you can't stand behind the yellow line. Oh, also I leveled up. I've also got things. Where? Here. Vesna. BUKAVAC. I kind of want to learn about these, because this is, obviously this game's going to have quite a lot of, like, lore about Eastern European folklore and stuff like that. It reminds me of another game I was going to play on the channel called Black Book. So, what are BUKAVACs? BUKAVACs are sometimes mentioned in tales and legends of Sirmia, a part of the kingdom of Slavonia. They personify brutal force and the inexorable punishment for sins which is bound to come. That is why they are attracted to flaws bred by forbidden acts, like the district governor Vasili's murder. My BUKAVAC followed Vesna, a peasant girl from Transcaucasia with a dramatic past. He uses offensive stick-based skills, perfect for finishing off. So, do we know why she did it? Am I missing something? Where is she? Let me find Vesna. Oh, there's more items to find. Must collect all observations and uncover the secrets to draw a conclusion. I've missed something. I don't know if I'm missing something, but I feel like I still don't know what actually happened. Anyways, we have a point, so I'm going to level these up evenly, I think. I'm confused why my heart... Oh, it's because I've got a... Right. These are +1 because I've got my Upia and I've got my BUKAVAC. So, perfectionism, self-cast, makes every attack on the enemy deal maximum possible damage. So that's a 7 turn. 6% chance of slowing actions. Increases the damage from the salutors' next attack by 50%. I'm just gonna go in order like this, I think. What's that? Yeah, new skill, that's cool. Maybe I should have leveled up mind and word first, but you know, I didn't, so okay. Damage over time. Receives damage at the end of every round. So that's not very good. We want one that's got like a really wide damage, which I guess is planned attack. Because you want one, yeah, that's only going to, you know, guarantee 1 extra damage. That's going to guarantee 1 extra damage. That's going to guarantee 3 extra damage. So that's one that makes more sense, I think. Okie dokie. Hello, traveller.
Excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid that's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. The things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
You seem like a nice guy, but I don't think you're getting to Albuquerque anytime soon. Albuquerque's in the United States of America. Just how you say in the United States of America in a perfect American accent.
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail. My condolences about your father.
Maybe don't read my mail.
Do you still want to send something?
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that BUKAVAC, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
Gotta go to Warsaw.
I have to bury my father in Warsaw. What about you?
Thanks to you, I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor, have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
Bet you say that to all the boys.
I haven't.
I have. The skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it. Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
So Rasputin's plan is to stop World War II, basically. Man, I'm annoyed I missed some information. I'm never going to draw that conclusion. I still don't know why. I still don't know why she murdered her father. Like, have I missed something? What have I missed? I'm a little annoyed about that. I should have explored more. I didn't realize I'd be locked out, though. That's the prologue done, assumedly. Man, now I'll never know. I'll never know. I could Google it.
Warszawa! Warsaw! Warsaw! Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
I couldn't find anything about it. The game's only just come out, so nobody really knows anything.
I definitely didn't expect I'd be coming to my father's funeral so early.
I'd noticed you two had certain differences in your views on life.
Yes, especially on my life. But admittedly, that's not a very exciting discovery. Is that all you've learned about me on our journey?
You drool in your sleep. Anything in there about Warsaw?
It's gotta be a conflicting set of emotions. If your dad dies, but your dad was a prick, who's raised you so terribly and been such an abject father, it's still your dad. And I think you mourn what could have been more than what you actually lose. I get on really well with my dad, so I'd be devastated. But if my dad was a dick...
Workers are striking. They want to take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials. They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch pomade. The socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp then. Further along, we've got murders, muggings, and politics.
The newspapers feed on sensation. Remember that in darkness, even a small spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
Why are our voices so echoey? It'd be nice to have... What was I going to say? I don't know. I quite like a pomade. I've got to say, pomade is what my hair gets along with. Tell them what you sense in the passengers on your journey.
Even without my powers, I can tell that hope is bringing people here from all three partitions. Miners, steelworkers, governesses, maids, speculators, thieves. I've forgotten to read a few of our fellow passengers' possessions, and I know that hope can have many faces.
Will you share that knowledge with me?
I'm giving a lot to Rasputin. He seemed on the up and up. He seemed like a chill guy. I'm trying to come at this with like no prior knowledge of Rasputin, the historical figure. Kind of just treating it, how my character would. He might be a prideful man, but he takes a lot of pride in his work, and I think people who are very prideful about their work are usually very willing to talk about it.
There's a terrified woman riding with us. She's either running away or in hiding. I think that gentleman is smuggling something, because excitement is all mixed up with guilt inside him. And this dandy, he's going whoring.
If there's something I've learned in life, Victor, it's never to neglect the horse.
Top tip there, folks.
Warsaw, end of the line. Welcome to Warsaw.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
Yeah, just give me a ring on my mobile. I wonder what year this takes place in. It's before World War II kicked off. But, I mean, look at what I'm wearing. I've got a revolver. So what, early 1900s? Or 1920s, maybe? It's a cool jacket. Receives a quest at the Mermaid City's son. Go to your father's funeral at Pravatsky Cemetery. I'm back reluctantly. Warsaw's changed a lot, only my father is still the same, distant and cold. At least now he has an excuse. Do we level up again? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going like this. I don't think I can develop this one any further because we don't have the... God, there's loads. There's more of them down there. I don't like skipping ahead. So, gamble. I think I want to keep gamble. Gives the 60% chance of slowing the enemy's actions. Okay. Do I want to replace any of them? Yeah, I don't think perfectionism is that big a deal. I'm going to go perfect. I'm going to take that out. Okay, let's have a look.
When people unite, empires fall.
Vive la revolution! Let's have a little poke around. Don't stand around, keep walking, says the man standing around whilst I'm running around. So we're into Poland, which at this point is fragmented and torn between several nations, and God, I'm tired. I haven't really slept. In an attempt to fix my sleep. Irony's a funny old thing. Oh God. The Daily Courier, the latest news. The Chief of Police of the city of Warsaw hereby informs the general public that, in connection with Their Majesty's visit, the number of units patrolling the streets on this day will be doubled. In particular, constables will look out for the groups of troublemakers that have been gathering more and more recently near major thoroughfares to protest against thaumaturges and demand His Majesty officially condemn thaumaturges as charlatans and a menace to humanity. Oh no, you make me side with the government. Yesterday, near Rymarsk Street, the police arrested 15 people who protested loudly and disrupted traffic, demanding that thaumaturgy be punishable by death. The protesters were intoxicated and started a fight with the police unit dispatched from the scene. Well, that's not good. I'm a thaumaturge. Wanted notice. To all police station chiefs of Warsaw, beware of Abaurci Nitschik, leader of the Shivs gang. It's like calling your gang, I don't know, the Hammer gang or the I Stab People gang. Recently seen near Wierzbowa Street. Blonde, blue eyes, round face, sizable stature. Dark circles under his eyes, signifying exceptional anger. A thief and a murderer, particularly active in the Śródmieście area. Whoever notifies the authorities of his whereabouts or contributes to his apprehension shall be rewarded by being shivved. Anti-thaumaturge leaflets. Okay, so why are they scared of us? Citizen! Get democracy. Beware of thaumaturges who act in secret, plotting to bring down the economy and thus take complete control over our society. Let us protect our children from those degenerates waiting for the right moment to take control over the most innocent minds and souls. Let us get rid of those parasites. Recent research shows that thaumaturge brains are burned out from force that go against nature, hence they cannot be treated equally to normal people. Act now before it's too late. It hasn't really given me a reason as to why thaumaturges are so spooky. This is going to sound weird. I'll talk about it in a minute. The Country Weekly magazine. Change of Warsaw's Governor-General. Today, the Supreme Order of August 28th was announced. The Governor-General of Warsaw, Commander of the Warsaw Military District, Adjutant General Maksymowicz, will be released from his current duties while retaining the title of Adjutant General. He'll be replaced by second-in-command, Adjutant General Scalon. When people start talking about kids and protecting kids, and they don't really have a reason as to why that's the case, they're just saying it, I assume that they're lying. Like, protecting kids is such like an easy buzzword of like justifying your hatred for... You see it with trans people all the time at the moment, and, you know, drag queens and stuff like that. People saying, oh no, we've got to protect the kids, we've got to protect the kids. And it's a right-winger call. Nobody's trying to harm kids, obviously. You know, people are actively trying to protect kids. Never mind how, you know, mothers are abandoned and... forced to give birth and then abandoned and no money and no support from the government by right-wingers. That's neither here nor there. That doesn't factor in. Same with abortion. Same deal. Oh, we've got to protect them. We've got to protect them. But then they're born and you don't give a fuck. It's because as soon as you go against it, you're like, oh, you're a paedophile then. Oh, you hate kids then. Oh, you want to kill kids then. You know, it makes you seem like a terrible person. But the fact is, you're trying to protect kids. They're just using it as a... there's a term for it. I can't remember what it is. But anyways, I'm always suspicious when people start saying protect the kids. Because you should protect the kids, obviously. But people aren't usually saying it for good reasons. Anyways. The Warsaw Courier, their majesties have arrived, and we will be talking politics in this series because there's clearly a political vibe to the game. When this issue of the Courier is in your hands, the ancient city of Warsaw will be receiving its most distinguished guests. His Majesty Nikolai II, the Emperor of all Russia, the King of Poland, and Grand Duke of Finland, and Her Royal Highness Serena Alexandra Fyodorowna will arrive in our city this afternoon. This will be the royal couple's first visit to Warsaw. On this long-awaited and joyous occasion, our city has taken up a festive appearance. Streets have been adorned with festoons of flowers and greenery, and the entire area that the royal procession will pass through is filled with crowds of people wishing to pay homage, I think it's homage in that situation, to their majesties on behalf of Warsaw and all of the kingdom. And with that vow of loyal allegiance, Polish hearts send to the throne a quiet echo of fervent desires and lasting comfort. These arise from His Majesty's words, who declared in his grand manifestos that his ultimate goal was to ensure the happiness of all his loyal subjects, and to discern all his loyal subjects' needs. Those gracious words of the sovereign have become a source of comfort for the people of the Kingdom of Poland, and in the name of that comfort, the Polish people under Russian rule are happy to greet His Majesty today. What a simping newspaper, trusting their substantial needs will be recognised and ready for civic and public service. And again, the language choice there, it's all about, oh, my loyal subjects. It basically says if you're not a loyal subject, you don't get anything. Like, you can be safe and protected, but you have to follow me in my rule. A lot of stuff to read. Revolutionary leaflets. Brothers, the 11-hour workdays are killing us. Let's follow the example of the workers in German and English factories and fight to reduce them to 9 working hours. Join the strike, put down your tools, and join the fight for your future. Vive la Revolution! The Daily Courier. Tragedy on Matsulkowska Street. You just put a little in your voice and it kind of just works for Eastern Europe in general. Several people have died in a building collapse, including respected Warsaw entrepreneur Stanislaw Svelski. Oh, so that's how my dad died. No one seems to know the cause of the accident, defective construction of the building, or a deliberate attack. All we know is it could not have been foreseen. Shock and awe. The tenement house was inhabited by 4 families. 3 of them are now in mourning after losing their loved ones. The Bogusławskis lost their children, Mr. and Mrs. Grodecki lost their lives, and Franciszek Konskowalski, the owner of a pram and linen factory warehouse, perished in the collapse. The case is being investigated by police, while residents are advised caution walking on city streets. I do like that we get a little bit of XP for exploring like this and reading things, because A, it kind of incentivizes people to do it and therefore learn about the world and stuff like that, but it kind of makes sense as well. Your character is learning things. He's learning about the world, he's learning about what's going on around him, and naturally that should result in them leveling up, inverted commas. Like, reading in real life is genuinely a way to level up in real life, you know, it's a real thing. I have 2 notifications here. Warsaw neither close nor distant to me, the city of my childhood, early youth, my first experiences, thaumaturgical and otherwise. When I left, I didn't miss it. I missed my home, my sister, my friend, but the city meant only as much as my loved ones who were there, defined by their presence. Didn't really cherish my memories of Warsaw, but I remembered it differently. I knew where they sold the best candies, which way home was the fastest. Now I feel like I don't know the city at all. It's still a melting pot where emotions simmer, pushing the town's matter to its limits. It all still rests in anticipation of change and eruption and action, but it's different. I am different. I will have to relearn my way around here all over again. I fairly recently went back to not my hometown where I was born, but the city where I grew up, basically. And it was very much the same. It's been like 15 years since I was there actively, and it doesn't make sense to me anymore. Menu. Gastenlandska restaurant. Borscht or broth. I'm not a big fan of borscht, it must be said. Fruit soup, that sounds great. Pottage with crayfish, sounds very good. Goose and jelly, yep. Young turkey, yep. Romaine lettuce, pan-seared saffron milk cups. Are they mushrooms? Cucumber salad, no idea. Compote, cream with chocolate, pears a la Otero, and a cup of green gauges. Mocha, black coffee, I do like a mocha. I've got a coffee with me right now. Local lager, English porter, portioned caviar and snacks. That's a solid menu. Not sure why it's important we know that, but it is. Okay. So then, is there another way out? Now this path down here, is this not... Yeah, it's a platform. Okay, I think we've explored fairly thoroughly. There's very clearly nothing in your hand. Where am I supposed to find a job when Gals is all I know? Tell me about it, buddy. Tell me about it. Oh, God. Act 1. The city that does not forget.
Why such a crowd?
The circus has come to town.
These are troubled times. Brothers turn against brothers. Russia has had enough bloodshed. The violence must stop. When socialists attempt to divide Russia and her subject nations, to dent the sword that smote the enemy at Grunwald, this demands my decisive action. Thus, by my grace, I hereby appoint as Governor General of Warsaw, Georgi Antonovich Skowon.
A butcher.
Not a popular guy, I presume.
I see you ain't from here. That swine keeps a photo album of all the folks he's had shot at the Citadel.
Before and after execution.
Warsaw! The time for leniency and indulgence is over. From the moment this office is bestowed on me, no forces hostile to the subjects of Greater Russia will have any further right to exist. None! Whether it be brutal socialist subversives, communists, Jews, or other satanic provocators.
He sure knows how to unite a crowd.
Pardon me, are you Polish?
Yes, I feel Polish. My name's Victor.
Wanda.
This is Russia here. Like it or not. Warsaw. Время террора закончилось.
Иди нахуй!
My first decision as Governor General of Warsaw. Arrestować.
Great heroes in their sense of timing. Of course, now they're the first ones in the fight.
Samobladanie, Polyaki. We won that rebel. The Loudmouth.
Damn.
What happened?
Be a gentleman. Please kneel and tie my shoe.
Okay. I'm gonna push the pride and stuff like that. I feel like it might bite me in the ass, but I also feel it'll be more interesting. Say you think she took you for one of her lackeys. No, I mean, that's stupid, because she's clearly telling me to do it for a reason. But I guess I wouldn't know that.
That seems more like a job for the servants, young lady.
Go ahead. Look down.
There you go.
Can I ask you a tiny favor? The Russians can't find out about this. The military is just looking for an excuse to suppress the crowd, and these workers are dreaming of thrashing a Russian gendarme.
Either one of you confesses to disturbing the peace, or всех забирай. We'll take you all in.
You can't handle all of us.
Can you get us out of here?
I think I'm open to any kind of suggestion.
With a book like that, I'd find out what would convince one of these bastards to let us go. Or I'd take on that self-appointed leader of the proletariat.
Interesting strategy. Who are you, really?
A damsel in distress.
Those don't usually hide ammunition in their stockings.
Can I explain it to you another time?
For instance, I could disclose to a soldier that you came here with ammunition under your skirt.
Maybe we should see who they believe. A respected lady of Warsaw, or a common magician who just 100 years ago would have been burned at the stake.
Well, since you asked so nicely, I'm going to take a look around.
Vonda, whom I met during the kettling incident, needs me to help her inconspicuously escape. Find a way out of the kettling incident.
Do you think it's a good idea to stir people up and send them to face bullets and bayonets?
What do you want then? My whole life on my knees? Kissing Ruski's ass?
All union leaders look exactly the same.
I was trying to keep from dragging ordinary people into the fight. They won't expect us to strike first. How many are coming with us?
Let's see for ourselves.
I believe in revolution. Selecting yourself or a salutor, you can preview both you and your salutor's attacks. This will help plan your attack. You can summon another salutor at any time. A green frame around a salutor's image means they are exceptionally effective in a fight with a given enemy. Oh. Why would they be useful? Focus deprivation will be more effective against this enemy. I wonder if that counts for... Ah, damage-based attacks be more effective. Okay, so there's damage. So I guess we want to use... Oh, this is cool. I really like the BUKAVAC. How do I... Right, okay. Okay, so... Diversion, I guess. Enemy reinforcements are on the way. I want to keep him alive. It's kind of my main goal here. Now, diversion is gonna... My temptation is to maybe bash this guy. Screw. See, I could do not of his... Okay, well, I'm gonna move you over here and do that, okay. Put him into his weakened state, or whatever it's called. Wear this guy down a little bit on the right. And then punch him in the face. Oh god, 10 damage. Jesus Christ. Right, that... 23 to 24 is probably not quite a kill. So I'm going to do... Eerie and finish him off. Oh, it is. I always forget it's got that double damage thing on, so sometimes it hits twice. Do I just kill this guy straight up? I don't think I necessarily... He's got 5 focus. It's going to take some time, so... I think we're better just whomping on him. Like so. That doesn't hit for much, but it does heal me. This guy hits like a truck. Planned attack. And keep doing Geary. Sure. Hit him, buddy. Yeah. Swift jab to the knockers. Not really the knockers, are they? But that's not the point. Down he goes. He's got a gun. Enemies can have a trait that makes them immune to your attacks. Traits related to different dimensions can be disabled. To disable enemy's trait, attack them with a salutor that belongs to the same dimension as the trait. If you don't have the required dimension force, you can take away all of an opponent's focus. Okay. So he's got this shield. Well, it looks like it's a bit of a shame. Like, I kind of, it would have been nice to use my BUKAVAC because then we just got it. I'm looking at the timer at the top. I'm gonna put suffering on this guy. He's got quite a lot of health. That'll go in, won't it? There we go. So, can we get an attack in before I could Liberian, but that's it. I can't do anything else. Oh, damn. Just shoot him. I didn't know I could even do that. Quick attack will get in there, but planned attack will get in there as well. My guy's just kind of, I'm not doing anything. He's just kind of doing his own thing. Oh. Fair enough. That's all it takes. Let's get bombed at the end.
Name?
Szulski. Victor. One of those Szulskis?
Yes.
My condolences. Now, profile.
Thank you.
I have lovely hair.
What you pissing in the bucket for, asshole?
Where else am I supposed to?
Brown in the bucket, whiz on the wall.
You better remember that, too. That bucket's gonna last you guys till tomorrow.
Can I use the phone?
C'est la vie. Vanda. Right, well, we can level up. I need to sneeze really badly. I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it. So, wait, can I get this now? I could, yeah. It's a reaction, which seems really good. The skill additionally casts a state on this random enemy. Cast suffering. Oh, that's good as well. So when I... This is the thing. These ones over here seem really... Wait, oh, I can... No. Ah. Bear with me. Look at it. It's awesome. Wait, where's my other flat? I thought I had vehemence. Oh, I do. So. Okay. I think I'm just going to keep leveling up evenly. So, do we want brutality? Bond of brutality self-cast increases the damage from the salutors' next attack by 50%. Well, 50% chance of interrupting seems better than 60% chance of slowing to me. I'll put fortune on quick attack though. I don't think I want perfectionism. I think I'm okay without that. I do want brutality though. Let's go for that. We don't need focus at the moment. Like, we haven't been losing focus at the moment, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. Hey guys. Revolutionary leaflets, brothers. We already read that one. But yeah, I still get experience. It's nice.
What are you staring at, Ganef?
I don't know what that means.
Quit squealing. First time in the big city? Have some respect if you don't know who you're running your mouth at.
Top tip for
He's
life.
one of them that went after the Ruskies with his bare fists.
Well, sort of. Not really. As a result of your decisions, this path is closed. That suggests... Script proud. You were brawling with Russian soldiers. I mean, I was brawling with Russian soldiers.
I showed a couple of Russian soldiers when I think about the petitions.
I have moments like that sometimes. And I gave it to some Ruskies in the kisser, too. There's this red-bearded fella sitting there. I glassed him in the face, then kicked him in the bean, and wham! On the floor. And I pinched his billfold, too.
Did anybody ask you? Shut your damn trap. Well, are you from somebody?
Warsaw. The problem is, Warsaw lad looks like he's about 40, and I don't think you're a lad past the age of like 25, honestly.
What about you guys?
Sonny, I've still been running the protection racket with Crook at the Ruzhitsky Bazaar. My dad used to work for him. But that was back in the day. Apart from that, I stay straight. I only hassle the Ruskies when I get a little loaded.
And I'm with the Shivs.
Bullshit. You ain't with the Shivs. Don't you go talking crap about the Shivs, because I know them. You better give a fuller explanation, because I lose respect real quick. I'm sensitive about folks like that. Who you from?
These guys have massive ears.
My name's Viktor Szulski, and I work on my own behalf.
All right. Respect.
First of all, I am a thaumaturge.
Now them, I got respect for. I know one really decent Jew from Povishla, who's a wizard too.
How about you? You got a foreskin or what?
Is my foreskin any of your fucking business?
Well, no. I was just...
Schmuck.
Casual conversation.
But you don't look like much of a Warsaw lad.
You should not judge a book by its cover.
A tough guy, like a real Warsaw lad.
I was born here. Now I've come home.
I'll likely die here.
Welcome to Warsaw.
What do you mean, welcome to Warsaw? I was born here. We just established that. Literally just established.
I wouldn't call you a master strategist.
You got away from the station, so theoretically, we achieved our goal.
You're not losing your sense of humor. I guess this isn't your first time in a place like this, is it?
We've got a little time to kill. Maybe now you can tell me more about yourself. You seem to know your way around this setting. You been here often?
I'll take that as a compliment. And sure, sometimes, if the cause demands it.
What cause?
Let's say I know certain folks who'd find poles like you useful.
Dealers in stolen Dutch pomade?
Donut connoisseurs. They met at Burke Rotblitz's cafe.
I don't want to jinx it, but do you spend time there too?
If I'm not there, no one will want to talk to you. And don't worry, I don't usually hang out long in places like this.
Szulski!
I see you won't be hanging out here long either.
I'm very attracted to this woman. she's a bullet smuggler, revolutionary. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Szulski, this yours?
That's right.
Then take it and get out of here.
Can I ask why the sudden change of plans? Anyone I should thank?
If he wants to, he'll tell you himself.
Thank you.
I've got a benefactor out there somewhere. Ladies, get you out of here, don't you worry. When recruiting for the Gendarmerie, it is recommended to reject the following candidates immediately. Persons related to rebels and troublemakers, Jews, thaumaturges. Any deviation from these instructions must be very well argued. Oh, you see where World War II started from, don't you? I've got my own file. Look at all these things I've got. And Wanda's file. What's the deal with Wanda? There's lots to read, which is very exciting. Wanted notice. Well, please. We already read that, didn't we? Wanted list. 1002 Maria Burkova, 54 years old, residing in Warsaw, Old Prague, accused of complicity in stealing 2,000 rubles worth of Dutch pomade. Wanted. Description: short in stature, black hair, small hazel eyes, 3 scars on the right leg. Warsaw, August 3rd, 1905. 1003 Jevitchuk 7 time in prison on Zjatna Street, escaped from hospital on Pokorna Street, where he was treated on August 2nd, 1905. Tall in stature, frail, small round face, dark hair, small black eyes, small flat nose, 19 years old. And finally, Nyodov Isaac, 18 years old, son of Lejbus, formerly residing in Minsk, Mizawiki on Luca Street. Accused of stealing fowl, fled in an unascertained direction. Minsk. Okay. You level up like crazy in this game, don't you? There must be a lot of skills. Makes you lose focus instead of taking damage with a 4-to-1 ratio. I don't want that. Okay, let's have a little poke around. What are we doing on time? Oh, we need to end down. I'm going to read this and then we'll stop. Stanislaus Obituary. Widely respected citizen, thaumaturge, philanthropist, entrepreneur, father and husband, died suddenly August 31st, age of 64. A service for the repose of his soul will be held at St. Charles Borromeo Church on Saturday, September 7th at 11 AM, to which his daughter would like to invite all relatives, friends and acquaintances. So our sister is actually still knocking around. Interestingly enough. Looks like we're going to meet her pretty soon. I'm just going to finish this area off. It looks like we're nearly done. During the time of our gracious Tsar of all Russia's visit to Warsaw, it's necessary to enhance the sense of security. Therefore, I ordain that the number of patrols must be doubled. All station chiefs are required to comply with the order immediately. A legible signature. I like to think that he wrote a legible signature at the bottom. I might try that. Next time someone asks me for a signature, I'm just going to write, "You can't read this anyway." It is always nonsense. It really is. Like my signature, I have in mind what my signature is, like the shape and how it's styled, but in reality, it always comes out just like it's just weird circular squiggles. Really, it's meant to be a giant C, a giant D, and then I kind of squiggle. The giant D is the important bit, obviously. Look at this. This is the symbol of the Russian Federation. It still is. There's a really nice. This is gonna feel weird. Digression. There's a really nice Russian home kit, football kit from I think the mid 2000s, maybe the early 2010s, which is like this crimson red, and it's got the eagle on like in gigantic shape on the front of the kit. It's like my favorite football kit of all time, and that is the logo emblem, I should say. Anyways, thus ends part 2 of the Thaumaturge. I actually really enjoyed it today. I'm not sure why. I was a bit iffy after episode 1. Because I always worry about committing to a series the day it's going up to upload, because what if I don't like the game? You know, this channel is littered with games that I never uploaded because I got like 3 or 4 hours in and decided I didn't want to play them, but I quite enjoyed this. I'm kind of getting into it thematically at the very least. So yeah, thanks for joining me. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you then.